the internet. Today is a day that I want to talk to you about DentureFit again, because my uppers, which I'm not using adhesive in, and they still have some suction, okay, but I've had my dentures from Joe's Denture Lab, for a month now, exactly a month. And when I first got them, I put some DentureFit in the upper because I'm a spoiled little bitch that is used to having a cushion inside of my dentures. And I don't have anything in the bottom, but they are glued in with Dr. Berlin's Adhesident right now, a combination of that and Super Polygrip powder. So they're not going anywhere, and I'm not going to force them to go anywhere. But I'm noticing that I have some space right in here where my ridge is, in between my ridge and the trough of my upper denture. So I'm going to do a snug up application to correct that issue. First I need to get these things out of my face and take and wash them. Okay, I know this isn't the most flattering angle, but I'll go ahead and get my Clean-A-Dent paste and my super soft toothbrush, because I don't brush my dentures with a rough-ass toothbrush. Go ahead and get that wet, save some water for the fishies. And quite literally, a pea-size amount. You see? You see? Okay. So, wow, this is really just not flattering at all. Run some water over the dentures. Well, the denture, because it's just this one. My upper. And if you can see, I've horseshoed this. And this is DentureFit right here. Because when I horseshoed this, there's a very straight up and down, perpendicular to the surface of the inside of the denture, like this. And my tongue was playing with it quite a bit. Maybe, can I fix this angle? This is really bad. And that's my shower curtain behind me. Yes, I have Star Wars in my bathroom and I'm a grown-ass woman. No shame. Judge all you want. Because I don't give a damn. Alright, so what we're going to do here is I'm just going to go ahead and work this Clean-A-Dent around in small circles, just to remove any biofilm residue that might be here, because this actually works better to do that than most cleaners and paste that I was using. So make sure to go in small circles, just like your dental hygienist told you, but you didn't listen to, and that's why you have dentures anyway. Unless you have dentures for some other reason. Say an unfortunate accident, in which case I am very, very sorry. Or a genetic defect. Genetic anomaly, I don't want to say defect. Or some other reason. But for a lot of us, it's because we didn't listen to our dental hygienist. Or a dentist. Or our parents. Or anyone else that tried to tell us, you better take care of your teeth or one day you're going to lose them. I didn't just lose them, I got new ones. So I'm going to rinse this off. And this is actually nice and squeaky clean in here. But I just want to make sure that it stays that way. So I have a bar of Castile soap that is has a peppermint essential oil in it that I'm just going to go over the DentureFit with this. Because normally I wouldn't like this to be the squeaky clean. But in this case, because it lends itself to dry mouth. But in this case, I want the DentureFit to be squeaky clean so that any DentureFit that I put in here for my snug up application will stick. DentureFit will stick to itself without use of primer. So I want to make sure that we've got a nice clean silicone surface for the new silicone to adhere itself to. So we got that lathered up real good, brushed up real good. Go ahead and rinse this off, and now it's squeaky clean inside of the denture. I've got that squeak when I run my thumb along it that tells me that There are no oils from my hands or from any other source. I have removed all of the biofilm residue from there. And I'm going to go ahead and clean out my mouth while I'm at it, just because I don't want to do a half-assed job. So, again, very little bit of Dr. Berlin's paste. Pea-size amount. And I'm just going to remove whatever biofilm residue is still up in here, in the roof of my mouth, around my gums, the insides of my cheeks, and off of that lower denture. And I'm going to rinse that out because there's tea tree oil in it and it's not good to eat that. Nice and clean. Very fresh, very fresh. Put these things away because I'm not a fucking slob. I mean, clearly I'm not a slob. Let's look inside my medicine cabinet. It's all nice and neat. My things are organized, except for the wash rag and the sponge that my son's left out. But yeah, nice and organized here. Look at that. We won't discuss what's going on in the other bathroom. Okay, back at my desk, I actually have a very clean towel here that I'm going to use to pat dry the inside of my upper denture, just so that I can be sure that the new coating of DensureFit is going to stick the way that it should. And I know this isn't the view that you're used to from my desk, but I'm not sitting down. There we go, nice and dry. Look at the detail on that. Nice and dry. So, what's next is gonna be, this is a box that I got from Dr. Berlin. That's gonna stay here until I do the giveaway for this. This is a Teeth-A-Dent and Clean-A-Dent pastes. I feel really good about this product and I've decided to go ahead and give it away on my channel. Please stay tuned to find out in a future video how to enter to win the Clean-A-Dent and Adhesive that I've been sent. Let's see. I need my DensureFit Kit, which is in this box of fucking everything. DensureFit, by the way, I am still giving away a complete DensureFit Kit, 2 of them. This is the one that I've set aside for giving away. And the winners are going to be announced on Saturday on my channel. So that is tomorrow, because I'm uploading this on Friday. So tomorrow I will announce the winners of the 2 complete DensureFit kits. And then we will move right along to talk about July's giveaways. I'm so pumped. But all that I need out of my current DensureFit kit, and put this big box of everything back up here, all I need is 1 tube of DensureFit. Just 1. Okay, as you can see, what I've got here now is a very clean, very dry denture that already has some DensureFit applied to it from a previous application. Now, the roof of my mouth hasn't changed at all, and it won't between applications. So, this bit right here, where you see all the little nubby nobbins and whatnot sticking up, I'm not going to apply more DensureFit here. Where I'm going to apply more DensureFit is actually going to be all along here. Along here in the trough of the denture, because this is where I have space between the denture and my ridge of my mouth. So what I'm going to do, we'll go ahead and twist this open. Get this to go ahead and mix together in the tube, in the applicator tip. And we'll go ahead and just apply this right in the trough where it needs to be, all the way to the back. 1 line. Two lines. I'm going to start from the center. 2.5 lines. back to the back here, back to the back here, just so I can make sure that it's going where it needs to go. And that's the whole applicator, folks. It is spent now. You see this? It is completely spent. So now, I mean, I have 30 seconds to get this into my face. So what I'll do now is I'll go ahead and put this inside of my face and give it 4 minutes to set up. Now I want to make sure while I'm doing this that if anything oozes, out of the sides of the denture, that I think back to the witch doctor, ooh ee, ooh ah ah, ting tang, walla walla bing bang, see? And it'll force everything to flatten itself around up inside of here. I've got a little bit on my thumb now, and I can feel it kind of oozing out the back. And that's okay, because that's going to provide me with the seal that I want in the back, and with the extra flashing that I need back there, and I'm going to remove whatever extra there might be. For this snug up application, so far my upper denture is very snug. Now the DensureFit's not completely set up yet. I still have about 2 minutes left on that, but this was super easy. And after I cut off the excess that smushes out the sides of my dentures or the back of my denture or wherever it comes from, that'll be it. I'll be done. It's a 5-minute process to do a snug up application on your upper denture. Now I am going to use a different material for the lower. I'll do a soft reline using the Walmart Reline It kit on the lower, just because DensureFit is expensive, and I don't feel like I get enough wear out of it on the bottom without using adhesive, to where normally I would just use adhesive and not bother with a reline in the first place. But DensureFit is $50 for a kit, $40 if you're a first-time customer, and you use the code GURU for 20% off. That's GURU, all capital letters, for 20% off, and so you get it for $40. And you can go and get that deal at www.DensureFit, DensureFit.com. I will put a link to that in the description box. But so far, like, I almost don't want to take it back out of my mouth, except for there's that little bit back here that's bothering me that I need to cut. So I'm going to go ahead and get a pair of scissors ready. And I'm not going to use my eeny teeny ones, namely because they've walked away and I don't know where. But also these are handy, so I'm just going to use these. I'll go ahead and take this out now. And I have nothing stuck to the inside of my mouth. It all came out when I pulled the denture back out. And if you look, see I have some flashing around the back of the horseshoe of the denture now. So with a horseshoe denture, we're going to handle this flashing a little differently than we would were this a denture that just went straight across in the back. Okay, so here is a close-up of my horseshoe denture with the DensureFit, the original application, and the snug up application that I've just put in there. And as you can see, we have a little bit extra hanging out right here. Okay, you can see the pen, well, the stylus pen underneath of here. You can see we have some extra here. We have some extra going on here. We have quite a bit of extra here. The extra that you see right here, I'm not too concerned with, because this is causing a gradient from the acrylic of the denture down to where the palate of my mouth would be. This would be my torus poking through here. So this right here actually gives me a nice smooth transition from the denture to the bottom of that torus that sticks down in the roof of my mouth, which was the reason that we horseshoed the denture in the first place. But this bit right here is too much. That was actually bothering me inside of my face. And then this bit right here, this little flap, my tongue is going to play with that, so we're going to get rid of that too. Now, this bit back here, right here, I'm not going to worry about it too much. See how it kind of comes up around the back of the denture? This actually is going to increase suction for me. It's not real flappy, it's kind of thick. I'm going to leave it alone. But the extra, all the extra on the inside of this part is just going to have to go. So what we'll do here, go ahead and get my scissors. And you see how this kind of wants to come off all on its own. See how there's a very definite area here where it's very, very thin. So that's where we want to make our cut here, just on the inside. And then we want to kind of eyeball and see where the original DentureFit application was and cut some of the newer stuff out of there, because that is going to be extra flappy. My tongue is going to find it and I'm going to drive myself nuts. We're going to trim this little bit off here, leaving this part, well, I'd say leave this part alone, but it wants to come off anyway, so we'll just go ahead and get rid of that. But this part over here, I will go ahead and leave alone, because if it's come up over the wall like this, then the wall is a little short on that side, and this will increase suction, so I'm going to leave it. This part right here, however, this little flap, will drive me crazy, so we'll get rid of that. Just taking off the smallest little bit. You see? And we got a little more cutting to do in here. So we're going to take this, cut along here, and again try to kind of eyeball where the original DentureFit application was and leave it alone. That looks about right. I do have a little bit of extra flashing right here that just kind of peels away on its own. It's not attached to anything. There's no primer, so if it doesn't belong, it doesn't stick. And that little bit is going to drive me nuts. So I think that we are good here. Again, I'm going to leave this bit here. Well, yeah, I'll see how that works out. This little flappy part I might be taking off, but this bit is nice and rigid. This bit is nice and rigid here. So anything that's nice and rigid that I don't feel like my tongue is going to find and drive me crazy with, I'm going to leave. This, however, this doesn't want to stick because it doesn't belong there. There's no primer there. There was no denture fit there in the first place, so we want to get rid of this. So this is going to require the scissors. And we're going to cut this here. And just pull that. This stuff on the front that doesn't belong just peels right off. Because again, there's no primer there, no denture fit there, nothing for it to seat itself to. We are in good shape. So now that my Snug Up application is complete and I have a nice new, hopefully nice fitting denture, now that I've had it out of my mouth for a little bit and I have operated on it and gotten it to where I feel like it needs to be, I'm going to go ahead and put this back in and see how it fits. That's a problem. This bit wants to fold over and get stuck underneath like that, so that's going to have to come off. So we'll go ahead and cut it at an angle like this, because again, I'm leaving this part on right here, and that ended up being a piece that looks like this. For scale, there's my eyeball, there's the piece. I feel like there's something over here, right here. And there's a little lump that doesn't belong there. It's like a little flapperoo of extra stuff. And it almost looks like a place where I missed with primer in the first place. There was a little hole there because I had a bit of I dug some of it out because I had a bone spur right there and it was aggravating it on my original application. So now that there's DentureFit down in the hole and no primer, it's becoming a problem because I do still have a raised place where that bone spur was. So I want to get rid of that. Okay, I'll try that back on for size. Oh, that's much better. And now it's much more comfortable. It feels a little more bulky in my mouth because there's another layer of stuff there. But I can click my tongue. I can pull down on it like this, I guess. And it doesn't want to lose suction. And that area where my torus is sticking down in the roof of my mouth, right here, isn't being bothered by the DentureFit that's in there, and it's just peachy. So I hope that this application of DentureFit, this snug up application to a horseshoe denture, was beneficial for you to see. If you have comments to leave, go ahead and do it. I love to read and respond to every single comment. Stay tuned on Saturday for the announcement, that's tomorrow, for the announcement of the winners of my DensureFit giveaway, and for new news about new giveaways coming for July. Thank you all so much for watching. That's all that I have for you today. Until tomorrow, when I have a fresh new video for you, be good to each other, keep smiling, and keep being awesome.